Hey guys, today I'm going to do a little video about how we travel with cloth diapers. So we have been visiting my mom for the last couple days. We were using disposables, but I figured that we could do cloth on the way home and show you how we do it. So I do typically travel with cloth. I put everything in this bag. I really like this medium-sized discontinued bag from 31 Gifts, but you know what, of course the best things are always discontinued. So when I travel with cloth, I sometimes do everything, but most of the time I will use a flat system. If I know I'm going to have access to a washing machine, I will use prefolds. So I'm going to use flats and covers today. So I got my Nuggles covers. I also have some cloth wipes in here. I also have some disposable wipes. I will be using bio liners from Nuggles as well. These are really handy when you travel. And I've got a couple wet bags. If you followed me before, you know that one of my favorite ways is actually to use a diaper pail, but I forgot my diaper pail. So a wet bag will do. So I'm driving 800 kilometers from Vancouver to Prince George. It's about an 8 to 10 hour drive without children, and it's about 10 to 12 hour drive with children. My kids are really great travelers. We do this trip tech free, and I'll include some links below about how we've made that transition. We do this trip probably every 2 months, and sometimes I cloth diaper and sometimes I don't. It really just depends on the mood. We are gonna load up children next, and then we're gonna go. So it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't usually leave this early. I am just leaving this early because I need to not be driving all night. It's so dark in the winter.
How do I know when to change a diaper when traveling? Basically, when children keep screaming and snacks and toys don't make them happy. I don't usually change every 2 hours just because that can really bog things up. And like right now, I am in the middle of nowhere. There's not really anywhere to pull over and change a diaper. So every 2 hours isn't really ideal. Usually we go every 3-ish when traveling. And I just make sure that I'm using a really absorbent diaper. She's also usually getting less liquids. She does have a water cup back there, but when she was littler, when they were both littler, I would change the diaper frequently, probably every 2 hours for sure. I would make sure that I would get it done because otherwise she would be much easier to get miserable. And if you can keep a kid happy before they get to their point of cranky when they're infants, that is the key to success. Walter will just tell me when he needs to use potty. He'll just say bathroom or washroom or point. And
Guys, she pooped her bum, which is not good because I forgot to put a liner in.
I'm just gonna use a Nuggles insert with another pre-fold, and we will tuck it in like this. She's already had her one poop, so I'm not gonna add a liner because I don't think she needs it. Did you have a big poop? Is that why you're getting a little cranky? And I'm going to toss this into my wet bag. And I'll try to remember to deal with the poop when I get home. So I'll change the diaper in the van most of the time unless it's like ridiculously cold. Actually, even if it is ridiculously cold, it's -5 right now outside. But she's fine. We'll heat up the van now and we're gonna get going. She wasn't cranky, so actually I didn't know she had pooped. I am making really good time. A lot of the times when I travel, we end up with a lot of stops and nightmares, but the kids are doing really great back there. There has been very little complaining from either one of them, which is some sort of miracle. It just shows to prove that like the more we do this and the more that this travel thing is normal for us, the better they are. As my children scream, Walter's been really bored, but in a good way. He's been super content with his boredom. This is the part of the trip where I realized that I'm going home to an empty fridge, and I should have thought about ordering groceries last night, and I'm gonna dread having to go to the grocery store tomorrow. Just like after I do these trips, I always just wanna like sit and not do anything. So when I begin to clue into the fact that I'm about to go home and I have to go do all the things, I'm like, why did I decide to go home again? We are going to find somewhere for lunch. Then I can change Anna's diaper again. We can get Walter to go pee. And by find somewhere for lunch, we're about 45 minutes away from the next town. When we drove through the last town, it was still 10:30, so everybody was serving breakfast still, and we're kind of ready for lunch. So I'm gonna try to see if we can make it to 100 Mile where they have a A&W and we can have lunch. One of the things that sucks about traveling in British Columbia is that everything is so far apart. Like it's about an hour to an hour and a half between cities, and it could be like 2 hours between Tim Hortons.
Just gonna grab a wet bag. I'll add some wipes, a new cover in case she pooped. Bum change. Seriously, changing in bathrooms sucks. I much prefer doing it in the car. But Walter had to go pee, so we're making it work.
Okay, so this is the point in the trip where I would make another stop and change Anna's diaper, but she's still sleeping, so I guess we're just gonna keep going. I'm about an hour and a half away from home, and I think these kids are gonna sleep until I get home, which is woo-hoo, and then we'll change diapers and put her in fresh clothes when we get home, because there's nothing beats changing out of your travel clothes.
You gonna go pee? Yeah? Okay, so take off your pants and you can just pee. So I'm gonna go change Anna's diaper just before we head into town, because I thought I would show you how I do it on the seat. Okay, so I'm not sure how you guys are gonna see this. Okay, so when I change the baby on the seat, she's starting to get a little bit big. You can usually just squish them. You can squish them! Okay. Bye, dinosaur! The dirty diapers in this bag. I bet you're probably wondering, like, does my van stink like pee or poop? And the short answer is no. Very seldom does my vehicle ever smell while I'm traveling. The only times that I've had problems with smell has been when I've traveled in the summer. Leaving a bag of hot, smelly diapers will always stink. So I always make sure that I do put all of my zippers in my wet bags when I travel with Cloth. And this does mean that they are gonna stink worse when I get home, but that's the sacrifice you're gonna take. Sometimes a poopy diaper, if you keep this bag near an air vent, will definitely stink up your vehicle. If you have a trunk, like I would stash it in there. And like the hot summer days is probably the biggest challenge, and I have been known to like just toss the wet bag on top of the van. I forgot to film a close to that video because we got home, we picked up Dad, and then we went to the burrito place for dinner, and then we got busy setting up our new Brain Rich Kids play gym. So that was about our travel day for Cloth Diapers. We only had 3 changes that day before we got home. I don't find that we need a lot of changes, maybe upwards of 5, but not usually. I find that because I'm using a absorbent flat diaper that it gets the job done, and you're really going long distances without many changes unless you have to. Today was really cold, so we didn't really make any stops and we didn't really play around much like we normally do. The kids were surprisingly well behaved. Like, I have never done that trip that quickly, so I'm like, what are the chances? Like, really, I hope that you know that I have had my fair share of struggles while traveling with children. It's often a lot of screaming and a lot of breaks and a lot of roadside stops and a lot of passing snacks. So that was just like weird fluke. I hope it's not a fluke because I hope that's how it always goes. We do travel a lot with the kids, and so that also helps. Like, this is probably our 7th or 8th trip to Vancouver, plus we typically travel around the north a lot, and I do usually bring my cloth diapers. I will bring anything. So I've traveled with all-in-one stashes when I go to my mom's house before, just because her washing machine is really evil, and I find that all-in-ones hold up better. However, I was talking to her this weekend and she was saying she's having troubles with her regular clothes too. So maybe her washing machine is on the fritz. When I travel around the north, like if I'm visiting a friend with a washing machine, I will bring my prefold stash with covers, and I find prefolds just wash up easy, plus they're natural fibers, they don't leak in the car, and they're full of absorbency. They are a little bit bulky, but we've never had problems with her fitting into a car seat, and works for us. And the one time we went camping, we brought flats. Flats are a great way to travel, and if you have flats and if you're thinking about a travel stash, I would highly, highly recommend flat diapers, just because you can hand wash them, and that's amazing. Like, being able to hand wash your cloth diapers really can be a game changer and make traveling so easy. Like, you can hand wash flats in hotel rooms, and I've done that before, and that was easy. And you can hand wash while camping, and you can hand wash in all sorts of places. Why is she not asleep yet? I'm like, why did she have to bring the noisiest snack? I'm wondering why she has to bring the noisiest snack while I'm trying to record the final outro for this video. So if you like this video, give it a like, hit subscribe. I will love to create more content for you guys. And guys, travel with cloth. It's super easy. Let me know if you had any more questions. Like, some of the things that I don't understand why people get scared about traveling with cloth. I've just always done it, and this is how I've always done it. Find me online. I'm the Cloth Diaper Podcast, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, everywhere, or my personal page, Simply Mom Bailey. And until next time, let's get that kid to bed.